A lot of advisors use the words comprehensive or holistic or full service, right? When they're talking about financial planning. And for those of you out there that might do it yourself, or you might work with an advisor and have heard those types of comments before and wondering kind of what does that mean more specifically? And how does that maybe help benefit me in my retirement plan if I have one of those, or if I'm one of those clients that doesn't feel like they have that holistic, broad scope retirement plan, what can I do to maybe get one done or to maybe do it myself? We're going to cover that in this video. Welcome everyone, I'm Logan Sadler. Thanks for stopping by the Financial Beat YouTube channel, back here with another video. And this video is going to be a good conversation, and it's actually something I've been having a lot with clients and prospects that have been coming on board with our firm and people that I've been talking to really the last year and a half, right? So, again, I do this every day for a living. This is what we do here at our firm. We help people get to and through retirement. So I have a lot of these conversations with people, and people of all walks of life, right? And people from all different backgrounds. And so I like to bring a lot of those conversations here and share those with you, the viewers, to maybe give you some insight on your financial planning and give you a few tips and pointers. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was a lot of people out there use the words, comprehensive or, full service or, holistic planning. What does it kind of mean? And I think a lot of that has become very, very popular the last, few years, and a lot of advisors have been doing it for a very long time. But the reason you hear more and more about it now, and I think why a lot of people are starting to want that, is because of the last few years. You look at the volatility we've kind of experienced. We had COVID, some rebounding there. You had 2022, which wasn't a particularly great market year for most. And so it's a lot of this, people tend to, from our experience, people tend to focus on one thing, right? They either really like the stock market. They don't want to really look at Social Security that much. They don't want to look at Medicare or long-term care. They just kind of want to focus on this thing or that thing. And I think one of the biggest things to thinking more comprehensive, and again, if you have an advisor that does this, great. This is what an advisor really should be doing. A lot of people think they have an advisor, but they might have an insurance salesman or just a broker of some sort, and they really only specialize in that one topic. One of the biggest things about thinking more comprehensive is, I know when I'm sitting with a client, we got to look at things like Social Security, right? How to optimize Social Security. When's the right time to take it? Are there any other benefits we could be doing differently? Ways to maximize it while you're still working? All of those things are very important. Then you look at things like pensions. Do I have a lump sum? Is it not a lump sum option? What do I have there? Is the payout option better? Do I take a 10-year payout, a lifetime, a joint payout? That all factors in as well when I'm looking at Medicare, right? We have to look at Medicare options. You got to look at things like that as that comes down the road, long-term care. And then you look at the market side, the investment side, right? There you have even a bigger broad scope, right? You got stocks, you got bonds, you have mutual funds, you have bond funds, you have treasuries, cash, annuities, and where does all of this kind of fit in? And I think one of the biggest things that a lot of people tend not to do super well most of the time is they typically go after things that are, doing really well, trendy, I like to call it, right? Meaning, certain trendy stocks and things like that. And there can be some money made there on a short period of time, sometimes pretty well, right? But unfortunately, when it comes to retirement planning, you're in a whole different phase now or preparing for it than you were a few years ago, where now you need this portfolio to be able to produce an income for you, majority of us, to produce an income for us that's going to last for mine and my spouse's life. And then again, some of you guys would even like to pass some of that wealth on to the next generation. So I think when you're looking at a retirement plan, you got to look at all of those scopes and walks of life and not just focus so much on, what stock am I in? How much did I lose last year? Or should I have been more conservative? Identifying what your risk tolerance is ahead of the volatility is the time to do it. I always was told, right? You don't prepare for a storm in the middle of it. You want to prepare weeks and months ahead of time, right? So while things are good is when you really want to get a lot of that planning done and making sure that you're looking at your portfolio, you're looking at things like cash, you're looking at things like annuity for bond alternatives or market alternatives. You want to make sure you're looking at your stock portfolio or your mutual funds. Are they diversified? How much risk do you carry? Where is your income sources coming from? If volatility continued in the market, would that affect your income? Right? All of those types of things, I think, is where you hear that broad scope of people that look at more than just managing assets, but really looking at the broad scope of the retirement plan to kind of help tie it all together. Okay, so again, just a quick conversation there with you guys to talk about that. It's something I've been having to talk with a lot about people that have, coming on board with our firm, where you really want to look more broad scope at the overall retirement plan and make sure that retirement plan is built to last, not 5 or 10 years, but probably 15, 20, 25 years plus, to be able to be there for you throughout your retirement, and making sure you've done everything you can do to maximize, what you've built your life saving for the last 20 or 30 years while you're working, to get you through the next 20 or 30 years in retirement. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, I'm Logan Sadler. If you haven't yet, head over, check out the rest of our videos we've done on here, and go ahead and click like and subscribe on the channel, and we'll see you back here again next week with another video. Have a good one.